So my mother's side of the family is mostly in the government. My dad is all veterans, Marine, Army, Air Force, you name it. So just growing up in that sort of family environment encouraged me to join the Navy. When I finally signed up, my problem was I didn't know how to swim well, and I'm joining the Navy out of all branches. But it was nice. I went in, it was a different environment, and I made a lot of friends from boot camp, A school, and so on. So prior to here, I was in another veterans home, and my issue after the service was drinking. And Veterans Haven South, I see they have counselors, they have help. I reached out, and they've been helping me to this day, just with the addiction, just with time management, and so on. So I found Veterans Haven South through a counselor at the VA. They suggested if you're homeless, check this place out, you qualify. And from there, I went through the procedures and have been here since April. Moving in, it was a pretty straightforward process. They told you what you need, and I got all those done. I got in, and it had to take about a few weeks, maybe a month, but they give you a drug test, they ask you questions, they assign you a counselor, and it's a smooth process, and it's worth it. For the staff and employees, what they provide is assistance, whether it be with finding a job, whether it be just help with, again, time management or what my goals are. And the veterans here, they just offer a tremendous amount of moral support. They tell you where they were, where I can be, how to get there, and it's just that friendship, that bond that makes it so much more worth it. With the drinking, the people here, they help a lot with that. They tell me their stories, their testimonies from when they were drunks, the relationship they had with their family and how that's been severed. And I hear those testimonies and look to myself and think, I don't want to be in that position. So just their stories, their encouragement helps me with staying away from those things, and also again encourages me to move forward with a purpose. Like, this is where I can be, and I don't have to settle for anything less. I would say to those vets in my age bracket especially are maybe the most stubborn. I was one of those vets, and they fall in one of three categories. They either didn't make it, or they have someone like family or friends to fall back on, or the third reason, it's their pride that gets in the way. So I would suggest looking inward, looking and evaluate yourself, evaluate where you were, why you are who you are, and how you can be better, how you can mature. And that in itself, alongside with some family, friends, and that sort of support, I think would help a lot in figuring out what's the best path forward. It is just humbling yourself for a moment, thinking, okay, you've come from high school, you've had these accomplishments, you're young and dumb, and you don't know where to go. But that's not the truth. There is so much support, and you just have to, sometimes you have to feel the ground. You've got to rid of yourself that pride and look towards just bigger things. And so I would just suggest ultimately humbling yourself, getting the help, and speaking with family, friends if they're still there, and reaching out to programs like this or online resources, but mostly, you know, just getting your stuff. My goal right now is to start school CCP. And from there, I want to network. I want to meet other people. I want to speak to the veterans resource community, and ultimately obtain my degree, and more long-term working somewhere that involves communications, whether it be going around speaking at events, sharing my own testimony, Speaking of young vets like myself, or even coming to facilities like here and actually having a better testimony to speak on and share with them, so potentially I can encourage them and help them get to a better place. Well, long term, after I complete that short term, meeting other people, networking, expanding on this field of communication, I plan on traveling. And instead of just staying here, make sure my work is known across the world. So what helps me set my goals is definitely a combination of the two. It's the help from my peers and the staff, and then myself, just being self-driven, just being determined to do better. So I'd say what they help me with is how to set goals. They also help me with how to obtain those goals. And in addition to my peers here, they help with the encouragement. They help with things that I may not see, or the staff could not, or something that the staff isn't seeing. And all three of them put together helps me tremendously. That the softball program they have here, just the veterans they have here, and the resources that are available, it's something that we should all be grateful for, because even though we had served, I think having that entitlement mentality doesn't help anyone. And once you're rid of that and can humble yourself, you would see just how great it is to be in a place like this and have access to all these resources. Just it's been an experience. I've had the opportunity and am living out the opportunity to do better. I would just say thank you. You know, I would just say thank you.